Bella just gave some pretty big news about her return, so we'll see what's up there. We'll also see what's going on with Sami Zayn, Chelsea Green, and more. Starting things off with the big return for Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella has been out of action for a few months now with an ankle injury, but she just recently provided a hopeful update for her return. Nikki Bella revealed that she's aiming for a late June return to the wrestling ring, with the Night of Champions being her goal date to get medically cleared by. Nikki Bella's return is huge and something everyone is looking forward to because of the implications her return brings to the storyline with Paige and Brie Bella. Paige and Brie Bella are crushing things at the moment as the women's tag team champions. They're wrestling on both Raw and Smackdown. They're knocking down challenges and always finding new ways to win every single match. The chemistry is there between Paige and Brie Bella, and they're absolutely flowing right now. But what happens once Nikki Bella is back? That's an interesting hook right there to this story with Paige and Brie. Is Nikki Bella going to be the third wheel? Is Nikki going to be the cheerleader type of role? And is Nikki okay with that type of role? Nikki has said nothing but great things about Paige in recent weeks, calling her a close friend and a sister herself. But no matter how much Nikki loves Paige, it still has to feel a little upsetting to see someone else as tag team champions with your twin sister and living up your dreams. So that's why everyone is kind of interested in this upcoming return for Nikki Bella, because it sure looks like her return is about to stir the pot in some way. Nikki will probably play it cool for a bit, but you just know that eventually everything is going to come falling down. It could be Nikki screwing Paige and Brie Bella out of the women's tag team titles. Paige and Brie have been having a pretty strong reign up until this point. So what if it is Nikki betraying them that ends their title reign? That would be a pretty shocking end to the reign. With Nikki's obvious motives, of course, being that she was not a fan of seeing Paige take her spot and how they just forgot about her after winning the titles. That type of situation could set up a pretty messy scenario there between Nikki, Brie, and Paige. Some fans are even theorizing if the situation with Nikki Bella could follow a similar path to what we saw happen way back in the day with Cody Rhodes, where Cody Rhodes was one half of the tag team champions, but he betrayed his teammate and joined the opposing team to win the tag team champions with that new partner while simultaneously dumping the old one. So that's a potential route here as well. Maybe Nikki and Brie are plotting some massively evil plan together as a way to dump Paige and get Paige's half of the tag team titles around Nikki's waist, and have the Bellas continue as tag team champions from there. That definitely seems like something that's in play. Everyone just gets the sense that Nikki's return is gonna come along with a massive twist that really changes everything for the current chemistry and relationship that Paige and Brie are having at the moment. So if Nikki stays on pace for that late June return, maybe they do keep the tag team titles on Paige and Brie Bella, so that this entire dynamic with Nikki Bella can unfold in a massive way. Keep an eye out for Nikki's return because she could really shake up the whole foundation for Paige and Brie Bella. Sami Zayn revealed in a few interviews that his heel-turning journey is a bit different and unique, and we saw yet another massive example of this heel-turning journey for Sami on the May 22nd edition of Smackdown. After complaining about being left off the show and having no role, Cody Rhodes pitched the idea to face Sami Zayn in a match, and Nick Aldis approved of the idea. Despite Sami's questionable actions in recent months, there was still some mutual respect there between Cody and Sami, and they shook hands before their match. But in the closing moments of their match, Gunther came out and got involved there with things going on between Sami and Cody. At one point when Sami was a bit occupied with Gunther, Cody tried to take advantage for the win. This moment is pretty significant because moments later, Gunther takes out Cody Rhodes and attempts to put Cody in a sleeper, but Sami returns to the ring, looking like he's gonna help Cody. But Sami stops himself, thinks, and leaves the ring without helping Cody. It's an interesting scenario for Sami's character to go through because, once again, it wasn't a bad heel-turning moment. Sami was going to help Cody, but it looks like he remembered how Cody tried taking advantage of the Gunther interference just a few moments before that. So, on second thought, Sami decided that Cody wasn't worth saving. It's not the first time Cody has done this to Sami. Remember that Sami's current spiral all started when he saved Cody during the Elimination Chamber qualifier, and Cody repaid him by taking Sami out for the win. So that caused Sami to really begin the spiral. And now in this recent match, Cody once again attempted the exact same thing, to take advantage of a distraction to defeat Sami Zayn. And Sami didn't appreciate that the first time around, and surely didn't appreciate it here this second time around. So that's the true reason behind Sami walking away from Cody there in that moment. Not a full heel-turning moment, but it's Sami coming to the realization that Cody may not actually be the friend that he once thought he was, so that's why he had to walk away. Fans do appear to be pulled into what's going on with Sami's character at the moment. It's definitely a slow-burning heel transition with a lot of layers being added to it. And the craziest part is that Sami is right with most of the things he's saying. He has used some heel tendencies in recent weeks, but he's right when he says he hasn't done anything drastically bad for all his friends and fans to turn their backs on him. That part is, oddly enough, very true. So as fans continue to boo Sami, as his friends treat him badly, it really seems like they're building up to some massive breaking point for Sami Zayn where he's really gonna lose it. Speaking of interesting stories and transitions, that brings us to what's going on with Chelsea Green. Although Chelsea has had previous beef with Tiffany Stratton, even calling her tacky time on multiple occasions, it seems like Chelsea is having a change of heart towards Tiffany. During Tiffany's recent title defense against Lash Legend, it was looking like some outside interference from Nia Jax was going to cost Tiffany the title to Lash Legend. But Chelsea Green was there to take care of the situation and get rid of the distraction for Tiffany, which allowed Tiffany to retain the title. Chelsea gave the title to Tiffany and celebrated with Tiffany on the entrance ramp, but Tiffany has not fully embraced Chelsea Green quite yet. Tiffany is still keeping Chelsea at arm's length because she obviously does not trust her at the moment. But if Chelsea continues to help Tiffany in big ways, maybe Tiffany will eventually embrace Chelsea Green down the road. But as of this moment, Tiffany still appears like she wants nothing to do with Chelsea Green. While Chelsea was walking backstage, she also ran into the debuting Blake Monroe, who didn't waste any time and dissed Chelsea right away. Reports did claim that Blake would be involved in the US title picture shortly after her debut, so it seems like a possibility that the Chelsea and Blake segment could be some really early seeds for a Blake versus Tiffany to be coming up sometime soon. But the other exciting part here is definitely Chelsea's apparent babyface turn. It feels like Chelsea has been a heel ever since her return to the company back in 2023. So it's going to be exciting and fresh to see what a babyface version of Chelsea Green could look like. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.